Hi, welcome to the Tryforce podcast, where we talk about video games, we talk about movies, anime now, apparently.
Yeah, we're fucking multimedia at this point.
That alone is going to get us copyright.
Watch the show. No.
It's the Tryforce.
Hey, man.
What up?
How's it going?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
going
not
good,
gonna
man.
lie. I've had a bit of a rough one today.
Oh, shit. You all right?
Yeah. One could say I'm on the verge of a mental breakdown. Breakdown. Exactly. That's it.
Man.
It's the low hanging fruit for the intro. This
It's
episode.
all good. Nicole actually did that to me the other day. She walked in. She was just like really, really tired from school. And she's just like, I'm like, what's the matter, honey? And she's like, I'm having a breakdown. I was like, no.
That diamond was not unbreakable that day.
Oh, God, it was broken as hell. I was like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, man, it's real. It's real. The burnout at this time of year, I find is so real. Like the just before it's like summertime and like hot to go do stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, you both are teachers. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what? I'll say I wanted to be a teacher when I was in high school, and I taught a class one time, and I abandoned that immediately. I said, fuck America's youth. I want to keep my sanity intact. I don't know how you do it, but
I'm gonna project my voice to hundreds of people.
yes, exactly. I'm going to do the same thing, but for adults who like video games.
Yeah, no, I feel like if you talk about any job out of context, it sounds absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, of course, absolutely. A security guard is what I do, you know, and that job out of context is insane. I sit around and do nothing, and unless something happens, in which case it's batshit crazy.
Right.
So,
Right. And I noticed that a lot of JoJo characters, for the most part, don't have like jobs. Like their job is being a stand user. Like they're normally pretty young. Like Jotaro was a student. Jonathan was a young man. Joseph, was kind of born into this prophecy that he had to.
Joseph Joestar didn't have to work a goddamn day in his life. That man did not hold an honest paying job ever because he's a fucking Joestar. And they were born rich, So,
but you take Tonio Trendy, he's a chef. Like you have to recognize the parts of the earth that people can eat, and combine them in the right way that doesn't kill them.
That's such a weird way to describe food.
I know, dude. I know. Like think about Rohan. He's a manga artist, right?
I unfortunately
you
think
have
about
to
him.
Make people vividly hallucinate.
Yes, yes, you do,
and that's your job, and you have to do it better than other people.
Yeah.
So if you had to getting a job is how you get money. Obviously, how you afford nice stuff. I think that's why we do it. That's the only reason to do it.
Oh yeah.
So if you were getting cheated out of your money, you might go a little crazy.
A little bit. Oh,
but as usual, I don't think we're gonna start things off.
Here's the thing
with Kishibe Rohan once again, one of his greatest hits. I think
he doesn't go crazy. He been crazy like this. This is the man who, the intro episode, ate a spider after stabbing it in front of, I wonder what it tastes like, and eating it. This is a fucking freak of a man. This is oh, God, in the most, classic 80s term, he's a freak.
Yeah. So, I think that, we stopped at an episode that was, it made sense for us in the moment.
Yes.
But I think we have to kind of review where we left off last time.
Yes.
Which was Josuke and Rohan have been playing some CeeLo for money, and Josuke is just taking him to the cleaners. He's just absolutely crushing him because the dice are actually our alien friend Mikitaka. So,
and he doesn't
that's
quite
where we left off.
He doesn't quite understand that Josuke doesn't want to win by a huge amount. He just wants to win in general. And Mikitaka's just keeping throwing him the absolute best possible roles all the time. And Josuke's like, okay, I get it. Stop doing that.
Yeah. This is why you don't trust an alien to help you gamble. But that's what happens.
I don't know.
When you're
Someone who literally came to this earth mere hours ago. I don't know.
Yeah, probably doesn't have the best. Probably not the best person to bring to Vegas.
Of course.
So we have episode 28 in the series, episode 102 overall. We've got Highway Star Part 1, or in the English dub, of course, Highway Go-Go Part 1.
I kind of like that name. You know, it's
Highway Go-Go?
Yeah, it's not Highway Star. You know, Highway Star sounds amazing, but like
it's cool. It's one of the cooler like connections of the stand to a song name. Like,
yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The
Highway
stand
Star, awesome.
The stand itself is fucking weird, but
it's also very powerful. Like,
it's a very powerful stand, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, usually the stands like correlate to the theme of the stand, or at least in Golden Wind they do, you know. But you know, Highway Go-Go is a fucking weirdo. You know, he's a weirdo.
But we unfortunately don't get to talk about Highway Star just yet.
No,
because we're still on this CeeLo game.
Yes.
So, becoming suspicious of Josuke's winning streak, Rohan, I believe, does the sensible thing and stabs his own finger while staking 2 million yen against Josuke's finger to determine how he is cheating.
Z, picture if you will. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! We're just throwing a cardboard around, you know? We're just having a good time, you know? You draw a double evolution pill, or you draw like your unbelievable combo starter, and then you draw another one. And you draw another one. And then you draw another one. You just keep doing it. And instead of like going, oh, did you shuffle your deck, or can I cut your deck one more time? I just take out a cleaver and lop off my hand. But that's the sensible thing, right? You know, I just dump it all over the table and say, here, I'm going to give you this $2 million check for you to heal, for you to put my hand back together if I can't figure out how you're cheating.
You had better draw direct impact right now.
If I can't figure out how you pulled that, if I can't figure out your next card, I will give you $2 million for you to repair my hand.
Yeah, ridiculous, dude. Not only this, he somehow makes a phone call to call Kobayashi.
When did he do that?
The motherfucker with the lock stand, like, as an official to prevent Josuke from playing normally.
When the fuck did he do that?
I don't know. This is well before texting.
We never saw him off screen. Ever.
No. Ridiculous.
Oh, God.
Kobayashi puts the lock on Josuke so that if he cheats, he'll feel bad about it and the lock will activate. So, just as Mikitaka becomes unnerved by sirens, and as we remember, Mikitaka fucking hates sirens.
Well, he's allergic to them.
He's allergic to them, yeah. But they distress him, obviously. But then they
literally make him. They literally make him grow a rash. He makes them break out
in hives. Yeah. So the dice start to break out in hives and shit. And this is well before the fact that Josuke's been Rohan's been throwing him around, so he starts vomiting because he's dizzy.
Yeah,
it's a wild episode, but nothing is as wild as this plot point.
Yep.
Just before Mikitaka becomes unnerved by sirens and starts to lose his transformation, Rohan is distracted upon discovering that he somehow accidentally set his house on fire.
Oh no! There's a perfect somehow. Literal hot dice here, by the way.
Literal hot dice.
I'll give myself that one. Thank you.
I mean, Mikitaka is a lovely looking man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Rohan is distracted upon. Yeah.
Rohan left the magnifying glass that he was looking at the dice for.
That's right.
He left it on the porch, and the magnifying glass with the light amplified from the magnifying glass, which was on the ground, by the way, lit his house on fire.
I can't believe that Araki hasn't been charged with a crime. Like, it's ridiculous.
Tell me you've never burned anything with a magnifying glass without telling me you've never burned anything with a magnifying
Fuck that.
glass.
Tell me you've never burned somebody's house down before. Like, why do you know this, Hirohiko? Why?
Oh my god.
Hilarious, man. But this allows Josuke to escape without his cheating being discovered. Wild.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild.
And then he fixes his pinky on the way out, and Rohan's like, fuck you, I didn't ask you to do that. And I'm like, Rohan, now is not the time.
That's the most Vegeta thing on Earth.
It really is the Vegeta of this series.
Fuck you, I didn't ask you to help me.
Oh my god. I'm like, Rohan, is now the time.
Your house is ablaze, sir.
Your
work
house,
with paper.
your
Like-
place of business, your livelihood is ablaze. Is now the time.
Ridiculous. Meanwhile, our boy Hayato, who is the son of the man whose Kira is currently occupying, uses hidden cameras to spy on Kira. The next day, while riding a bus through Futatsumori Tunnel with Josuke, Rohan spots a window to a room, revealing a man cutting off a woman's hand. This leads Rohan to believe that it may be Kira. So Futatsumori Tunnel, I looked it up, it is not a real place, but it would be pretty sick if it was. I know there was a recreation of it at the JoJo exhibit, I think, but yeah, Futatsumori Tunnel. Wild.
Yeah.
I thought it was the stand for a while.
Yeah,
Weird,
that would have been
room
cool.
in the tunnel.
Yeah, that would have been really, really cool if they could do that. Well, they've done some crazy stands like that, but like no like giant area stands this season. You know?
Yeah, no. And this stand is kind of more about how much area you can get between yourself and
I guess
it.
this is the closest we'll get, honestly, to a giant area stand.
Yeah. The next day, so Rohan returns to the tunnel and discovers that the room is an illusional trap. A nutrient sucking stand named
Ooh.
Highway Star,
If Relinquished was a stand.
literally, attacks Rohan. Yeah, it's literally a pair of feet.
Yeah.
It's a pair of feet. And no,
Oh, yeah.
when it's in the room, it's the whole man.
This
but
is Show Feet the stand.
show feet the stand. Rohan gets trapped in the room, but when Josuke comes to the tunnel, Highway Star tries to use Rohan to lure Josuke into the room so that he can track his scent.
Ooh.
Moronic.
God, it's so weird. It's just the feet smelling around. I'm like, yeah. Ah! No.
Yo, dude, it was wild. I agree.
Ugh.
So when Josuke comes into the tunnel, ignoring Rohan's warnings, Rohan uses Heaven's Door to send him flying out of the tunnel.
Doesn't only
Urging-
ignore, actively goes against. Like, just, good lord.
I think he said something like, "I know there was a reason I hated you."
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's just like, he's like, if you're telling me to leave, clearly that means I have to come in. And he's like,
You
God,
dense motherfucker.
it's like, I hate you so much.
Is it? You know how yeah, I know. Like, you got that friend, and you just sort of just like.
I feel like definitely you are the Kishime Rohan to my Josuke.
It's like, please, anything but what I am saying goes through you.
Oh my god, it's amazing. Holy shit.
So, when Josuke comes into the tunnel, Rohan sends him flying out with Heaven's Door, urging him to flee from Highway Star and find the stand user in order to defeat the stand. However, as Josuke flees, he discovers various pairs of feet following him closely.
The fucking way they run is so
good.
stupid. It's so stupid.
It's like you've got feet on like it looks like they were animated in the 50s. It's like the most rubber hose animation on Earth.
God, it looks like Rayman, but just feet. Like it's
flubber, bro.
It's so good.
Ridiculous. Leaving us to Highway Star Part 2 or Highway Go-Go Part 2. However, I will say, you know how you said you kind of like Highway Go-Go, you're kind of charmed by it?
Yeah, it's fun. It's weird, but it's fun.
Have you heard it used in the English dub?
No, I have
Dude,
not.
It is good stuff because Rohan is like trying to like fearfully explain to Josuke what the stand's name is and like what it does, and you have to hear Rohan speaking through Heaven's Door, so it's not Rohan's voice, and he has to hear him say his stand's name is Highway Go-Go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little. It's weird. It's so hard for a voice actor to sound serious during this show,
Right.
but they do so well.
Yeah, they do. Especially Ray Chase in Part 5.
Oh, Ray Chase.
Having to scream Zipper Man. For
Yeah.
40 episodes. Awful.
It's so funny to think that Ray Chase is also Roy from Fire Emblem. That fucking kills me, man.
A lot of connections, man.
Oh, yeah.
Believing there is a connection between Highway Star's user and the tunnel, Josuke contacts Koichi, who suspects the user is someone hospitalized from a traffic accident, stealing nutrients to heal himself. Just absolutely just calls the whole plot. Josuke's like, Koichi, I need you to look up people recently hospitalized from Futatsumori Tunnel. I'm like, what?
As a security guard at a hospital myself, that is a no. You can't just fucking do that.
You can't just call up and be like, is anybody here in this room? It's like, no.
Oh, God.
Who are you? Like,
You can't. That is such a law violation. Like, you cannot do that. Holy shit, man.
No, that's various laws, actually. So, wouldn't you know it, Josuke makes his way to the hospital while keeping ahead of Highway Star. Koichi identifies the stand user as Yuya Fungami. Despite being caught by Highway Star upon reaching Yuya's room. So we're actually gonna roll this back real quick before we go on to the kind of climax of this episode. Josuke has to travel a certain amount of speed to stay away from.
Did you guys ever watch the movie Speed?
Is that the one that you're comparing this to? Because
Yes.
go ahead, but like I
Yeah.
also have another one.
If the bus goes below 50 miles an hour, we all die.
Yeah. Okay,
It's Speed. It's the plot of Speed. Like,
Yeah, that's a solid reference. That's a
except
solid
instead
reference,
of a bomb
Okay.
strapped to the bus, it's disembodied feet chasing you.
Yeah, okay, I get you. I don't know if you've ever watched a horror movie called It Follows.
No, I haven't.
So there's a movie called It Follows, and it's literally the monster of the film, like the big bad presence or entity, is constantly following you.
Ooh.
So I watched that movie when it came out I was in college probably, and I got to tell you, like I must have looked like I was like practicing for like the You Spin Me Right Round video. I was not. My head was on a swivel for weeks because I was like, whatever that thing is following me. Like I know it's a film, but now it's real. Like so like it. No matter what you do, it follows. Like he tries to like get away from it, and it follows him. Like he tries to hide, and it follows him. That
is the craziest fucking fear that I have. Like I have this really crazy fear of like, that joke with the snail. It's like, oh, you have a snail following you for the rest of your life. Yeah.
I was just about to ask you if you would take the $1 million.
I would.
I was just gonna ask you if you're gonna take the $1 million.
I would take the $1 million. I would, but like. I would.
Careful, buddy.
I don't know, man. I'd have to think about it,
bro.
I'd have to think about it really long and hard because
that snail's going to get you, man.
I hate the fact that thing is just slowly chasing me and there's nothing I can do about it. It's the hopelessness that really drives the point home that it's just the worst thing you could possibly go up against. Imagining like this big, enormous entity that you were talking about Fuck that. Absolutely not.
If you're not gonna watch the film, definitely just Google what the creature looks like. That's some shit. Yeah. That is funny,
awful.
Yeah, and the way it spreads in that film was also pretty hilarious.
Oh my god.
So Josuke makes it to the hospital. Like, I think he like drives the bike like into the main like lobby area. It's like, where is he?
Not only into the lobby area, man drives the hospital. Man drives the motorcycle into the hospital, into the elevator.
Yes, he did. I knew that was definitely some hijinks with the motorbike. Yeah,
and then just the feet plop onto the elevator. They're just like I'm just like, no, thank you.
Yeah, can't stand it. Stand it.
Fuck that.
So Josuke finally catches up to this dude's room, and he has like this cadre of women. I think he's in like a motorcycle gang or something.
I don't know.
There's like, I think that was the thing, and that he, these are like the girls in their gang, like that are like taking care of him. But there's literally like a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead, and they are constantly hanging on his arm.
They got fucking Bokens. I'm like, why? Why do you have those in a hospital?
That's what I think. I think they're members of a gang. I think they're a gang. Like, I think that's the thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So they literally start beating the shit out of Josuke with them after Highway Star catches up with them.
Well, yeah, because Highway Star catches up to Josuke and actually like latches on and starts draining his energy, so he can't really do much, So he's kind of
good suck right there.
Yeah, he's kind of at the mercy of fucking I forgot his name already. Of
Yuya.
Scooby Dooya. Got it. So all I could think of is because he's like a bloodhound.
I didn't even hear the joke. So
Scooby Doo,
in like a week. So don't worry.
Scooby Doo, yeah, gotcha.
Scooby Doo, shut up, bro. Shut the fuck up. I like how you repeated the joke for me, not our listeners. For me.
Listen, man. Right
you need
now,
the instant satisfaction.
Right now, you're the only one I'm talking to. All right. If someone tweets at me Scooby Doo you next week, I'll be happy. But right now, you're the only one I'm talking to.
Where are you, bro?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, we got some suck to do now.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
Jesus.
man. Yeah, man.
What's new, Yubi do? Oh my god. Jesus. Okay, so while that happens,
so they're just beating him up.
Yeah.
They're beating him up, and like he's like, "Oh yeah, no, don't worry about it, girls. He's not even worth it." So apparently, the thing about this dude is that he can smell really well.
Yes.
So like that's where the whole like it can track you by scent thing comes in.
Correct.
And he's so weird. He's so weird with the girls that he's around. He's just so weird. I hate that.
He's like, one of you is on your period. I can smell it. Like, what?
Why would you say that out loud? And like, why would the three of them be okay with that? Like,
I don't know. I don't really see a lot of like simping for this dude. Like, I don't really see a lot of people like really interested in him. So he has his own built-in simps. Like.
I know, because they knew that he was just going to be a flop of a character. But like,
I don't know, man. I love Yuya. I like his style. I like Highway Star. I like his chin tattoo. I like his ascot. Like, I'm not going to front. Like, he's one of my favorite characters in Part 4.
Yeah, I mean, bringing back the Scooby-Doo point, he's like, he's Fred from the future. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's where Fred's going to end up.
Unbelievable.
But like, I
we all know that Shaggy has a Golden Experience Requiem, bro. So like,
Shaggy is a stand. All right, like, let's be honest.
and it only takes 25% of his power to become a stand. Yeah. So while in Yuya's room, Josuke recovers his nutrients with an IV drip and heals Yuya's injuries so that he does not need to feel bad when he mercilessly pummels him without any guilt, extending his hospital stay.
One of my favorite points in all of JoJo. This was one of my favorite scenes all the time. He's literally just like, let me bring you back to full health so I can drop you right back down again. Like, he literally let me bring you back to life so I can kill you again. Like,
can I run something past you real quick?
Yes, please.
This is Josuke's Steely Dan moment.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
this is Josuke's here's your receipt moment. It's like, no. I can heal you guys. Oh no. I'm gonna use this to be petty. I'm gonna use this to heal you and then beat your ass.
That's what I love. Can I be honest? I fucking love a petty hero. You know,
Yeah.
I love a petty hero because that's realistic. Like, that's entirely realistic. If I had the ability to heal someone completely, like, completely back to full health, and I was just super mad at them, I'd heal them back, bring them down, and bring them back again. Like, you know?
Bring them back right again.
Absolutely.
Oh, true. Meanwhile, back at the Kawajiri household, Shinobu finds a cat hanging around the basement, which leads us into episode 30. Cats love Yoshikage Kira.
Dude, cats do be loving sociopaths. Like, it's a thing. It is a thing.
Yeah.
Don't look
I
at
would
my
be
4
surprised
cats.
to know how many, like, serial killers have cats. Like, you know, that'd be interesting.
Mikey, don't look at me like that.
We've got one. Upon discovering that this cat that had been chilling in their basement has a hole in its throat.
It absolutely does.
Shinobu sends Kira down to the basement after being unable to force the cat out. Yeah. So, of course, she kind of is like, can you, like, take care of this? Like, you know, big strong man type bullshit.
Yeah.
And she goes, Shinobu learns that she accidentally killed the cat when it got stabbed by glass shards. She had, like, tried to force it out with a fucking broom. She had, like, broken a light fixture and accidentally killed the cat. Like, outright dead. Cat is dead. Like, we know this.
What is with Araki and animals, man? Like, he needs to...
You know what? I was thinking about it the other day. I think it's kind of like going against the golden rule. You know, like, the golden rule is, like, you don't kill the dog. Like, it's fucked up to kill the dog without, like, a story reason for it. You know? So,
that
like,
is true. You know, a lot of, like...
I kind of admire it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd say the entirety of JoJo is like that, because, like, all of these things that you're usually like, why would you fucking say that? That's a terrible thing to say. He just fucking goes for it. You know, or like a lot of these animes, I'm just gonna be honest, they kind of like, they have the women on screen more because they're like more appealing to the majority of the human race. Like, right. But JoJo is the total opposite. You know, they bench the women and just like, I love the way this is a literal opposite of all anime. Like, this is JoJo Bizarre Adventure is the antithesis to all anime.
Anti-me, if you will.
Anti-me. No, that's Spider-Man's caretaker.
I wish I could stop doing what we're doing right now. I wish it wasn't the middle of this podcast so that I could stop doing it.
You walk from your apartment all the way to my house just to slap me.
It's just 2 hours of dead air and just a wet noodle. All right.
Just a quick... And then 2 more hours, it's just like... All right, we're back.
July 15th, part 1. So, after being buried in the garden, the cat reincarnates as the strange plant/stand known as Stray Cat, gradually piecing together what had happened, which was it got stabbed by the stand arrow, which is why it had a hole in its throat, while learning it can manipulate compressed air.
That's fucking bananas.
Like, he just like, okay, we've got a cat. It's dead. It gets reincarnated as a plant. That's also a cat. I'm like, okay, it's definitely going to have some sort of like plant power or like something natural because it's a mixture of an animal and a plant.
Nah.
Araki's like, nope, give it a pressure gun.
It's just gonna be a bloodthirsty airbender. We're just gonna make that happen. How's that?
No, I'll say it again. I will literally reiterate. I've made this point. I'm going to reiterate it. If Araki hasn't done drugs, this series is twice as impressive as it is.
Like,
Easily.
this is like
Easily.
this kind of makes me want to do an Avatar: The Last Airbender series because
Say less.
this stand is exactly as deadly as Aang could have been.
Right? Totally. Right.
The
So
air
Stray
nomads
Cat-
the air nomads were the most dangerous. I will put it out there. You know what? If there was a rogue among them, the world would be over.
Yo, once I saw that motherfucker in Korra taking the oxygen out of people's lungs, I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
we got the good one.
Thank
Okay.
God the air nomads were just that, monks and nomads. Thank fucking God.
Anyway, shout it out on Twitter if you need an Atla episode from us. I'm sure Ray will.
Oh yeah. Oh please.
Stray Cat attempts to get its revenge on Shinobu, with Kira nearly getting himself killed in the process. Kira appears to Stray Cat's feline nature and hides it in the attic after seeing its potential use to him. And also, side note, when he puts it in the attic, he discovers that if it's not in sunlight, it goes to sleep.
That's pretty useful.
Right. So, the next day, Hayato is attacked by Stray Cat when he accidentally exposes it to sunlight while investigating the attic. I just wanted to explain that first, because it would have been strange just flowing into the next sentence without explaining that.
Oh yeah.
Hayato closes the window and puts Stray Cats back to sleep and hides before being discovered by Kira, realizing for good that the man is not his real father.
Oh yeah.
Whew! Whew, baby! Yeah, so Stray Cat, definitely the Chekhov's gun of this series. I don't know if you're familiar with the phrase.
Yep. Absolutely.
Right. So, for the folks at home, Anton Chekhov, playwright, stated famously that if you have a gun in the first act, it has to fire in the third.
Yes.
So, Stray Cat is coming back into this narrative a little bit.
Oh yeah. That's like, that is too dangerous a reveal to be like left out.
All right. So, now we've got an interesting little setup here where I feel like we will do this, and then this will probably be the best place for us to rest, because this is an odd one for JoJo, but a very important day in the canon. So we've got July 15th, Thursday, part 1 of 4. A 4-parter episode.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. Like, we had, I think, I don't know, we had probably had at least 3-parters in the past, but
it's always crazy when you
4-part episode.
like 3-part episodes in like concept are usually reserved for the end. You know, they're reserved for the end of the show. But like, this was crazy that all of this needed to be in its own. This is like a mini movie. This whole sequence of episodes.
Yeah, and I you know, sometimes like when I was watching it with Abby, like, we have to, like, you know, if you're like, okay, this next one's like however much parter, 2-parter, she's like, all right, we'll wait. You know, like, you have to kind of take it in all at once.
You have to strategically plan your watchings for things like this.
Truly, very much. All right, so a July 15th, part 1. Yoshihiro, aka Heartfather, recognizing Kira in his new appearance, notices he is being followed by Hayato. Later, on July 15th, Josuke and Okuyasu come across Mikutaka, who spots a stand user named Toyohiro Kendashi living on an electrical pylon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
then.
This is a thing that happens for sure. So this is all of these things are happening all at once throughout these 4-part episodes. So this is what Josuke and Okuyasu are doing.
They're just fucking being weird, man. Like, it's just Josuke and Okuyasu, like, Dumb and Dumber, just walking around the town, and they find out this pylon is occupied.
Yeah, and like they're like, I think I see laundry. Like, I see, like, oh my, is that a garden? Like, is someone, oh my god, someone's living on
Okuyasu's like, there's a fucking dude up there. Like, what?
Just a dude, just living on, like, a cell phone tower, pretty
just
much.
an entire dude. Like,
yeah.
it was amazing because Mikitaka was like, he's like, hey, let me turn into a pair of binoculars so you can see it. And he's just like, yeah, no, there's a dude up there. And Okuyasu's like, we should go bother him.
We should go talk to him.
Yeah, let's go check this shit out.
Just to tell people, it's like, hey, we talked to a dude living outside. Like, what?
Oh my god.
So when Josuke spots Yoshihiro, Heartfather, talking with him, he steps inside the pylon and falls under the spell of Keidachi's stand, Superfly, being trapped inside the pylon until someone else takes his place.
This is one of those stands where it was just like, what are we calling this one? I don't know, like towers. I don't know. Fuck it, Superfly. Who cares?
Superfly.
Doesn't have to matter. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of charmed by the name. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like see the connection, but like, you know, it's one of the only ones that doesn't have a stupid ass other name. So
yeah, it's just weird. This one in particular is like extra weird. You know what I mean?
It is a cell phone tower. There's like not much else to tell you about it.
Yeah,
so.
that's it. You can just go outside your house and probably see one of those, like at least 3 of them around.
Right.
You can do that right now.
Now, Toyohiro can leave. Now he can leave the pylon, and now Josuke's trapped here until someone else takes his place. Josuke and Okuyasu use Shining Diamond and the hand to attempt to destroy the pylon, only to discover it reflects out any damage that it receives.
So
Wild.
Weird.
That's like
weird.
the cool part of the set.
Yeah.
Like the valuable part of it, I suppose.
Oh yeah, it's cool. You know, it's literally you trick this trick a person into getting in there, and that's it. You know, they beat themselves up. Like, you just watch from the outside as this shit goes down.
Truly, yeah, truly that, and it's like it's one of the it's part of the stands, the series of stands in this show and manga that I really find the most interesting, which is what I think they refer to them as independent stands. Like, they operate with like outside of their user, like even if they have an original user.
Right. Like, I like that. Those are kind of cool. You know, but it's also kind of scary that a stand can just be anywhere. It could be anywhere. It could be anything. I
think it's I gotta shout out Kurt from Get in the Robot on YouTube, where I was watching when I first started getting into JoJo. I was like, what the fuck is a stand? Like, I don't know. And there's a video, and it's just like, the stands can do a variety of things. They can, they can be super strong, fly, or be a cell phone tower. Like, it's something like that.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect way to describe JoJo to somebody. I think.
Yeah, there is no, I will go on record and say there is no coherent way to describe JoJo to another human being out of context and make it make sense. There's no way to do it. There's no way.
I've tried. I've certainly tried.
Yeah. It's impossible. It is an impossible task. JoJo is an entirely in context experience, and you have to know that.
So, wanting to help, Mikitaka confronts Keidachi, entering the pylon, allowing Josuke to escape but becoming trapped himself. So
what a
sad,
fucking bro.
But, like, so cool. Like,
what an absolute bro Mikitaka is. Like, unbelievable. He went in there, he's like, yeah, no, so if I'm in here, you can leave. And he's just like, what? No, that's not how this, we're gonna go beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, but he uses Earth, Wind, and Fire to amazing effect in this episode.
Yes,
and,
he does.
Think that, like, it's kind of all over for him. But he does end up besting Toyohiro, and he's just like, wait, please don't hurt me. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. What a goblin of a man. So, like, I love this episode because the whole tower reflecting damage back is really a cool concept. It makes for a really cool fight inside this tower. And, you know, Toyohiko is the guy's name?
Toyohiro.
The Toyohiro. Toyohiro actually knows how to damage the tower in a way that it will hurt Josuke without him being able to counter.
Pretty cool. As cool as you could make a cell phone tower stand.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting to see that happen. And then Josuke being able to repair damage is also an interesting contender in this fight.
Correct.
So I really love where they took this. This is a lot of fun. And Toyohiro is an interesting character too. I wish we kind of got a little more of him, you know?
You do. You just have to wait till the last episode.
Yeah, it's like whatever, you know. Like,
it's like an ending, like, look how much fun we had with all these characters.
Yes,
like
exactly.
That type of shit. Like,
it's literally like you see him waving in the credits, like shit.
Nah,
like that.
honestly, him and Mikitaka have that cute little interaction. Actually,
yeah, I like that they're homies. You know, that's kind of cool. But
which is what happens. They're just like, he's just like, all right, I'm not gonna hurt you anymore. Meanwhile, as something troubling happens at the Higashikata household, Rohan, who had noticed Hayato's behavior, is approached by a strange man. I'm going to talk about what's happening in the Higashikata household real quick. Tomoko comes home and is complaining that Josuke ate some of her food. And there's just a guy in the kitchen just lurking.
A fucking dude.
Yeah, scary. Real scary. 100%. And that leads to July 15th, Thursday, part 2. Rohan is greeted by Masazo Kinoto, an architect sent to evaluate the damages done to his house.
Oh, this episode. Oh, yeah. I hate this.
No, man. This is a cool stand, man. All right. So, Rohan uses Heaven's Door to find nothing suspicious besides an aversion to people looking at Masazo's back. So he just has a big thing about like other people seeing his back.
Aversion is not the word I would use.
Obsession, I think.
I'd say crippling phobia. Like
Wild.
It's like a phobia to the actual literal definition. Like the mere thought of the possibility of it happening debilitates you.
Yeah, and you can see why.
Yeah.
Right, so meanwhile, Josuke climbs up the pylon to rescue Mikitaka and confront Kendachi, oh shit, we're still in the fight, sorry. We wrapped up the episode. It's still going on.
Hey, how's it feel?
Wow. Oh, so this is what it's like.
Hello from the other side.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Okay. All right. I feel like something happened there. So I had an evolution, a level up there. Okay.
I feel like I understand him better.
Yeah, a little bit. Who uses calculative cuts on the pylon to attack Josuke from all angles. As Colton said, Josuke uses Crazy Diamond's healing ability to send the bolts of energy back to their origin and defeat Kendachi. Resigning himself to stay inside the pylon forever, Kendachi reveals that he heard Yoshihiro say that another stand user has allegedly eliminated a man named Koichi. Oh no!
Oh yeah.
So obviously this freaks out Josuke and Okuyasu, who up until this point had kind of fucked off from Koichi, so yeah, it was really nice to see them that upset and worried about their friend.
Oh hell yeah, especially Okuyasu. Okuyasu just became a homie. And he's just like, you're telling me the kid that tried to kill me 3 weeks ago is in trouble? Fuck that, let's go!
I'm never gonna leave his side.
I love him. Dumb king, but he is so nice.
So Josuke enlists our new friend Yuya's help in tracking Koichi's scent in exchange for healing the new injuries that Josuke had inflicted.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so
He's like, I need a favor. He's like, fuck you. You threw me out of a window. He's like, you're healed. He's like, oh, fine. Right.
I love that. I love that he just left him in the hospital.
So good. So good.
It's so good.
Not only that, he leaves him in the fountain of the hospital outside. Like,
Leaves him in worse condition than he came to the hospital in.
Amazing. So yeah, I really like this stand. However, I do need to mention that I remember something interesting about Yuya's interaction here. He says, like, look, Josuke, I'll help you, but, like, if it comes down to a fight, no, like, I'm not helping you. I'm not gonna do that. And he's like, whatever, fuckhead. Like, okay, whatever. Do your sniff, and let's do this. Come on.
Yeah, literally.
Enlisting Yuya's help in tracking Koichi's scent, Josuke encounters the stand user Terunosuke Miyamoto, who suddenly disappears and is replaced by an unconscious Tomoko. So Josuke just, like, fucking, like, just catches his mom out of nowhere. Like, Tomoko out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah, for real.
And he's just like, what the fuck, mom? Like, are you okay?
Yeah, and he's just talking
around.
Just talking to this Marek Ishtar looking motherfucker. Just
He
like
does. He does look like Marek Ishtar. You're 100% right. Really cool, underrated stand, though.
Yeah, crazy fucking stand.
Yeah. Unbeknownst to Josuke, Miyamoto had used his stand Enigma to turn Koichi and Tomoko into pieces of paper after witnessing their tics when they are afraid, and is now waiting to observe what Josuke's tic is. Quick question. Do you think you know, or do you think you could guess what your nervous tic is when you show that you're afraid?
I already know what my nervous tic is. My nervous tic is talking. My nervous tic is I do not shut up. Like, that's just how it is. I just don't. I am afraid of silence. And, you know, it's just being in the radio industry has taught me that silence is bad. And, like, I am all my life, you know, I've hated being in a quiet room. You know, I just couldn't handle it. The silence is too loud, if you know what I mean. Like,
you know what this is actually making me feel? It's actually making me feel good, because there's actually been several times where you and I just chill and there is absolutely no talking going on whatsoever.
Yeah.
So,
like,
you know, that makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah, there's a lot of time, and you notice, like, I will always try to fill little gaps of silence with talking. That's just what radio reflexively has done to me. But also at the same time, if I'm sitting in a quiet room, like, it's not even hearing my own thoughts. You know what I mean? It's just the lack of stimulation drives me crazy. I hate it. Like,
Wow.
my big, you know, like how like video game bosses have that big red glowing weak spot? My big red glowing weak spot is in my head, and it is just take away my ability to hear things. I'm like, like, it freaks me out, man.
Yeah, I'm sure. I have no doubts. I think my nervous tic is probably like crossing my arms, like defensive posing, I think.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
something like that. Like, just
I
sort
feel
of
like
trying to, like, okay, if I'm super tight, nothing can hurt me. Like,
yeah, either that or like just putting myself in a bracing stance is kind of like a thing for me, where like I'll put the 1 foot back in case like some shit goes down and I need to like keep myself upright, you know? So that's been like my martial arts training at work, you know, kind of just putting myself in a position where if I get hit, I won't be incapacitated. So.
Right. Speaking of incapacitated, we've got episode 33, July 15th, Thursday, part 3. Overcome by his curiosity, Rohan lays a trap for Kinoto, incapacitating him so that he can see his back.
Oh, God. Speaking of big red glowing weak spots and being in my head, this is another one. Oh, no, this stand is another one.
You don't like something like this?
No, this is the direct opposite. I'm a very weird person. I'm just going to put that out there right now. Not only can I not handle silence, I can't handle over talking. So I have to be right.
You gotta pick a lane, brother.
I can't. I have to be in the middle lane. Because I have ADHD, and I will I can get distracted at the drop of a hat. If I had this little fucking goblin on my back talking to me constantly, I would jump off a bridge within 10 minutes. I would be like, if I heard that there's no way to, either that or I would show it to the nearest person. Like, I don't care. I'd be like, get off of me. Like,
Kinoto dies from his back ripping open the moment that Rohan looks at it, as the self-aware stand Cheap Trick attaches to Rohan's back. Oh, yeah. So that is the thing. So once you show your back to somebody, once you're infected with Cheap Trick, it kills you and passes on to someone else.
Yeah.
Like a parasite.
And
also really cool, another really cool, like, connection to, like, the term, like, the band Cheap Trick. Like, that's pretty cool.
Of course. And not only that, but this is another one of those independent stands. Technically, it switches users.
Yes. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Cool. We don't know where the origin is, though, which is interesting.
However, was created by Yoshihiro, because Cheap Trick proceeds to hassle Koichi. Wait a minute.
Rohan.
This thing says Koichi, but it's definitely Rohan. Sorry. The Cheap Trick proceeds to hassle Rohan into burning the Kira suspect photos. So that's the big thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's just like, he told me that you should have some photos. You should burn those.
Oh yeah. He's like, hey, burn the photos. Burn the photos. I'm like, dude, no, I'm good. Nope.
Yeah. So you wouldn't like having like something attached to you, like something like haunting you.
Oh fuck no. I haunt me. Like I can't handle another haunting. Oh.
Meanwhile, Josuke and Miyamoto's fight resumes, with Miyamoto revealing that he has trapped Koichi in a piece of paper and traps Josuke after goading him into revealing his nervous tic, biting his lower lip.
Oh, yeah.
Despite initially not wanting to get involved in fight, Yuya is moved by Josuke's resolve and goes after Miyamoto, encountering several paper hidden traps that eventually culminates in a shredder that threatens to shred both Josuke and Koichi. So yeah, Yuya, probably not used to fighting, probably very high single target damage type guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Despite being overcome by fear and falling under the power of Miyamoto's stand Enigma, Yuya... by the way, Enigma, one of the coolest designs of a stand ever.
By far. I love that. I love, like, the... when you actually get caught by it, it does that, like, mosaic thing, like the Kingdom Hearts-ass thing. Like, oh, it's so cool.
Yuya takes advantage of his paper-like state to reach into the shredder and free Josuke and Koichi. Receiving a pummeling from a vengeful Josuke, Miyamoto is trapped in the form of a book with Josuke later donating it to the library.
Yeah.
This kid has, in the span of this one season, has condemned two people to a bound existence in this town.
Oh.
He created a rock man and a book man.
Yep. Yes, he did. He said, fuck these two in particular. Like, I just love it. And I love the absolute unbelievable pettiness that this man has. Like, it's so funny. It's so funny, the pettiness of the JoJo protagonists.
Truly. All right. I think we're going to get into our last part for the evening. We've got our final part, 4-parter, July 15th, Thursday, part 4. Unable to get Koichi to take him seriously without risking either of their lives, Rohan attempts to reach the Morio Grand Hotel to see Jotaro without letting anyone see his back, despite Cheap Trick's antics. So, all of that crazy shit that the architect dude was doing, Rohan now has to do in order to get across town.
But the thing is, it's pretty on brand for Rohan. You know what I mean? It's like, people in the town know that he's a fucking weirdo, man. And like, okay, maybe he's just method acting. Maybe he's getting in the role for his next manga.
Truly, right?
Oh,
Ridiculous. Oh my god.
What a weirdo.
Hoisted on his own petard for being such a fucking freak. Though.
Oh,
like, he's just,
absolutely.
like, doing this, and everyone's like, "Oh, there goes Rohan."
Yeah, he's just like, it's serious this time.
Like, right? Okay, we can't see your back. All right, cool. Just keep making good manga.
Yep. Isn't it amazing that the town menace can be excused for just making good manga?
Literally, that's how it works, or at least that's how Araki wants it to work.
Oh god.
Cheap Trick attempts to get several cats and dogs to attack Rohan so that they could see his back, only for the animals to be shooed off by Koichi as he eventually believes Rohan's story.
Oh yeah, it was so funny. Cheap Trick was like, I told them all you hate dogs and you've killed so many cats.
yeah, literally, like him kind of getting revenge on himself. Like,
oh my god.
Koichi tries to remove Cheap Trick from Rohan's back using Echo's Act 3 and, kind of just like pushing gravity on it until it falls off.
Yeah.
Only to discover that doing so will damage Rohan's back as well. Despite appearing to have gone insane as he shows his back to Koichi, Rohan reveals that they are, in fact, at the moment, in Ghost Alley. And we all know what happens when you turn around in Ghost Alley.
Oh yeah, baby. Didn't think it worked on stands, but that's fine.
He's just like, I am going to write this in, and I'm going to use this again so that you guys don't forget about it.
Oh, hell yeah. I love this.
Cheap Trick is dragged away by the spectral hands, with Rohan hoping that the stand ends up in hell. Love that.
Oh, it's so good.
Meanwhile, Hayato witnesses Kira killing a couple with his ability and catches it on film, something that Kira is quick to notice. And then Kira does the most horrific confrontation in all of anime. Like, the bath scene, bro.
Oh.
The bath scene.
Ew.
Oh my god. It's like, let me wash your back. This is like, you know that I am a killer. Like,
let me
what?
wash your back,
Like,
small child who now you are well aware is not mine. Oh,
true.
God.
Yep. Kira confronts Hayato and prepares to kill him, only for Hayato to reveal that he has set up various cameras and videotapes that would threaten to expose his identity if Kira attempts to kill him or his mother. So Hayato has been like trying to protect this like little videotape the whole time, but as soon as like Kira starts to threaten him, he's like, "You're not gonna do fucking shit because I've already caught you. So if you try to kill me or my mom, whatever, you're gonna do that, but I'll be able to expose you."
Yeah, no matter what. Like if you don't know where all the tapes are, then you're fucked.
Literally. And that's honestly where we're stop for tonight. But
oh yeah,
it leads to probably one of the more wild, sections of this story and how it sort of plays out in the next 4 or 6 episodes or so. But it was really cool to see Hayato kind of get one over on Kira.
Yeah, it was really good, and like it's good to see him shaking in his fucking boots. You know what I mean?
Good.
Like it's really good to see that. Like, oh, I love when these arrogant killers just get the nervousness and the fear that they invoke on other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
100%.
so satisfying. It's so good. And from a child put him in this position.
Right. And it runs back to the confrontation between him and Koichi when he finds out his identity and his name. Like, Kira thinks that he's this, like, extremely intelligent, like, hyper smart dude that is, like, pulling the wool over everybody's eyes, but he keeps getting found out by these extremely resourceful younger people.
Yeah.
It's not something that he can handle.
Literally
Clearly,
children.
Kira doesn't take this one very well.
No, literally fucking children are finding out his plans, and he's like, that's not happening. That is impossible. Like, and you know what though? I will say children are much smarter than we give them credit for. They think of the absolute most batshit reasons for things, and sometimes that's the reason.
Yeah. Because they're kids, I think, because they don't have the same perspectives that we have.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think that this arc of JoJo is so much fun, and it's so much fun to watch a killer get taken down. I'm just like, oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, this is really the kind of the beginning of what we as the audience will eventually find as an uptick in the Kira existence, but also leads to his inevitable downfall.
Of course.
Down the way.
You know, the night is always darkest before the dawn. It's like it's building up to a climax and resolution. You know, I love this kind of shit. I love it. I'm here for it. This is like, I'm so glad I stuck with part 4 because I didn't, like I said in the other podcast, I didn't like it at the beginning, but I'm really glad I stuck with it.
Yeah. I mean, I recently just rewatched it, and we're onward and upward to the first couple episodes of part 5 now. Yeah. But Abby says so far that it's her favorite season.
Yeah, it's good. It's so good. It's so much fun. But I just want to, on a serious note, by the way, I want to just bring this back because the reason we wanted to do JoJo this week so bad, we're going to do a proper show about this next topic. We're going to do a really actual proper show about it. But we just wanted to dedicate this one episode to Billy Kamet's voice of Josuke, voice of so many other unbelievable characters, voice of White Blood Cell in Cells at Work, voice of the illustrious Ferdinand von Ayer in Fire Emblem Three Houses, and just so much voiceover work, and such a great dude overall. Like, so much fun to watch, and so much fun to hear how much he loved his craft. You know, like one of my introductions to him as a voice actor was, remember when they did that Three Houses actual like classroom bit where all the voice actors and actresses were in there and they were just doing like really dumb games and like answering questions about the games they were in?
No,
like,
I don't think so. Actually,
it was cute.
I was not very exposed to Billy Kamet's until learning about his, recent illness and obviously his connection to Josuke. But yeah, I can imagine that like there's just been such an outpouring of support from the VA community. Yeah, seems like he was such a cool guy, and he has all of these awesome roles, and clearly was great at what he did. Yeah, and what he will continue to do. Just a very that will go back and play his games.
Just a very light up a room kind of person. Like a very pleasant person to be around and pleasant person to interact with, and just could read a room like crazy and just be a homie in any group. And I thought that was really, really cool. And, just pouring one out for Billy Kametz, pouring one out for his family and all of his fans, which there are many of. And we just wanted to say that we're going to miss him very, 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 very much. And no one quite like him.
If I can belabor a short, musical reference, if it, it is, kind of related, shine on, you crazy diamond.
Absolutely. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Shine on. I saw a tweet someone put out where it's like tea time with Ferdinand, and he's like, "You'll remember me forever, won't you?" I was like, "No, don't do that to me." Like,
we will. I think we will.
We will. Absolutely.
So, it's really kind of, after so much fun and so much laughs, it's a bit of a serious note to end on.
Absolutely. We didn't want to do this at the top of the show because in the spirit of this, we wanted to keep it light and fun and upbeat and, just make everybody laugh. That's what we try to do.
I know that several people have tweeted out there is a GoFundMe for funeral expenses. So, and if you could, we'll probably put a link to that.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And, just do what you can for someone who gave so much to us and provided us with so much good times and so many great heroes and characters.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a powerhouse VA that will be sorely missed. And we love you, Billy. Thanks so much for everything.
All right. Well, you know us, you know our plugs. We're gonna give all the time back to Billy this episode, I think.
Absolutely. Our plugs are in the description. You can go scroll down there.
All right, we're back to finish out part 4 next time, and that'll be the end of our breakdown of Diamond is Unbreakable.
Absolutely, and I can't wait to break down the next few episodes because they are bananas, and I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Banana sandwiches, my boy.
Hell yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.